Earlier today, Nintendo finally announced that the year's first Nintendo Direct will air tomorrow, February 13th at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. It will be approximately 35 minutes in length. The announcement also noted that more information on Fire Emblem Three Houses would be released. I'd like to discuss what I'm hoping to see in this upcoming Direct. As I list out the potential announcements, I'll also note how likely I think they are to actually happen. So, first is obviously going to be Fire Emblem Three Houses. Since we know this game is coming out relatively soon, I'll focus on what I'm hoping is shown. I am a fan of the Fire Emblem series, so the opportunity to play a new release on a home console for the first time in over a decade is exciting. Since Radiant Dawn, all Fire Emblem releases have been on Nintendo's handhelds, so this will be the best of both worlds. What do I hope to see? Well, I hope the game looks more polished than it did when it was previously shown. To put it lightly, it looked rough. But by the time it releases, that will have likely been at least a year ago. I am also hoping that Nintendo goes into some level of detail around combat mechanics, given that you can see units now. I am hoping that this changes combat in some meaningful way. Lastly, I am hoping that the release date doesn't get pushed out into the summer. Technically, spring goes until late June, and I'd like to be playing this prior to that. So here's hoping we get a solid release date for within the next 3 to 4 months.
Do you dare to walk this path with me? One misstep, and we fall to our ruin.
Next, I think we will see more Yoshi's Crafted World footage. I am hoping it isn't much, since Nintendo has already spent a lot of time showing off this game. I'd like the Direct to be spent revealing new games and covering those. Yoshi comes out soon, so they can use normal PR here close to the release of the game. I'm not saying that I am not excited for it, but I think they need to dedicate time to something else. I do not think we will see more footage of Luigi's Mansion 3, nor do I think that Nintendo will show anything for Animal Crossing. I believe more information comes on those games at E3 or in a Direct closer to E3. Now, what do I hope to see? Well, since Metroid Prime 4 is now several years away, an HD release of Metroid Prime Trilogy is at the top of my wish list. Metroid Prime is one of my favorite games, period. Being able to play it again on the go would be amazing. Getting the other two games makes it even better. Alternatively, if Nintendo decided to remaster just Metroid Prime, I would take that as well. However, I don't think that the game has aged poorly at all, so an HD release with better textures would work for me as it is. What is the likelihood of a Metroid Prime Trilogy HD re-release? I predict an 80% chance we see this. I am also hoping against all odds here, wanting to see a new FZero game. This series could get new life and be a staple of Nintendo's online service. It has been since FZero GX released on the GameCube since we have seen a new FZero game. I also think that it could be a showcase title for how good games can look on the Switch. FZero X is my favorite game in the series. I must have put hundreds of hours into it. It is also my favorite racing series, right next to Sega Rally. Do I actually expect this to happen? No, not really. I predict a 5% chance we see this. Super Nintendo games appearing on Switch Online is only a matter of time. The question is, are they coming soon? I believe that they are. I think that this will be announced during the Direct. I don't know how soon we will start receiving the games, but I think it will be prior to the summer. I think when they go live, Nintendo will start with at least 20 games available immediately. And I predict a 90% chance that we see this. Last week there were some rumors that Nintendo would be announcing a 2D Zelda this year. I think this is absolutely a possibility, but I don't think they will announce it during this Nintendo Direct. There's no way it is releasing until fall at the earliest, so I think that a new Zelda announcement will happen at E3. That said, I would love to see it tomorrow. For a slightly higher probability, I'd assume that this could be an HD port of A Link Between Worlds, though I doubt it. I predict a 20% chance that we see this. We will likely see a trailer for Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered during the Direct. Ubisoft has basically confirmed it. Whether it is a full trailer or just an announcement in a sizzle reel is yet to be determined. I am looking forward to this because I have never played Assassin's Creed 3 before, so it is one I would definitely pick up and I'm looking forward to playing on the go. I predict a 100% chance that we see this. Every direct for the last 5 years holds hope for an announcement from Retro Studios on what they have been working on. And every direct for the last 5 years has ended in disappointment on that front. I refuse to believe that Nintendo would announce their game at anywhere other than E3, but I guess there's always a chance. I predict a 1% chance that we see this. I don't know what it will be, but I predict a big third-party announcement will make a lot of people happy. The Switch has been picking up a lot of steam, has over 33 million units sold, and Reggie even said last year that 2019 would be the year we start seeing lots of big third-party releases. Well, it is 2019. I am ready for those announcements. I predict a 95% chance that we see this. I also think it is reasonably possible that there is a shadow drop of Final Fantasy VII. Nintendo recently showed an ad where someone was playing the game on their Switch, so it seems like it will either release after the Direct, or Nintendo will announce that it will be available in the extremely near future. All in all, I am extremely excited for this Direct. It is a new year, and Nintendo made reference in their third quarter investor briefing that they had a very good lineup for this year, and even some surprises in store for their fans. I can't wait to see what they have to show.